ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So next, in case of force between two straight conductors, let us say we can discuss next application in this is, let us say this is the current I1 and this is the current I2, current I1 and I2. Both the currents are in the same direction. Then what is the force? Attractive force. But in between these two, another conductor is placed. Let us say this is the current I3. Initially, this is I3. Let us say it is R1 and it is R2. R1 and R2. So here in this situation I1 and I3 must be in the same direction. I1 and I3 must be in the same direction. I2 and I3 also must be in the same direction. That means the first conductor attracts this one in this direction. This is the direction of the force, let us say F1, and I2 also attracts in this direction F2. Let us say what is the now we have to find out what is the net force on the conductor placed between them. Net force on this conductor, let us say net force on this conductor placed between these two. Now we have to calculate the net force on that one. So these are the currents I1 and I2, I1 and I2 like this, I1 and I2, both the currents are in the same direction. Now another conductor is placed between these two conductors, another conductor carrying current I3, another conductor carrying current I3 is placed between these two conductors. Then what is the net force acting on this conductor? Net force acting on this conductor. So now what is that one? So first conductor, because see here, forget about this I2, forget about I3. Now I am considering only I1 and I3. I am considering only I1 and I3. Here both the currents must be in the same direction. Both the currents must be in the same direction. Definitely there must be an attractive force. That means first conductor attracts this one in this direction. That is F1, let us say. And forget about I1. Let us consider I2 and I3. I2 and I3. I2 and I3 must be in the same direction. I2 and I3 in the same direction. These two conductors are in the same direction. So that there exists a force of attraction between these two also. So that means second conductor I2 must attract this one in this direction. I2 must attract this in this direction. So here both the forces are opposite in direction. So now first calculate what is the force between conductors 1 and 3. Let us say this is 1, this is 2, let us these 3. Force between conductors 1 and 3. Let us say F13 is equals to mu naught I1 I3 by 2 pi R1 into L. Mu naught I1 I3 by 2 pi R1 into L. Next, force between conductors, force between conductors 2 and 3. So that is F23 is equals to mu naught I2 I3 divided by 2 pi R2 into L. F23 is equals to mu naught I2 I3 divided by 2 pi R2 into L. 2 pi R2 into L. So this is the situation. Both are in opposite direction. What is the net force acting on third conductor? Net force acting on third conductor. So F net is equals to F13 F23. We can write F13 minus F23 or F23 minus F13 depending on the distances. Depending on the distances and the currents I1 and I2 also. Maybe F13 is more or maybe F23 is more. We don't know exactly. So that's why we can write it as mu naught I1 I3 by 2 pi R1 into L minus mu naught I2 I3 by 2 pi R2 into L. So that is mu naught I3 by 2 pi L common. Mu naught I3 L by 2 pi common. So we can write it as I1 by R1 minus I2 by R2 or I2 by R2 minus I1 by R1 depending on the situation. We don't know which one is more exactly here. We can write F13 minus F23 or F23 minus F13. Anyone must be right. So like this. So this is the situation. Net force acting on a conductor placed in between these two. Here, for example, if I3 is reversed, what happens? See here, if I3 is reversed, the direction of I3 is reversed, then this is I3. What is the net force in this situation? I1 and I3 must be in the opposite direction. Here I1 and I3 must be in opposite direction. That's why there exists force of repulsion, that is F13, force of repulsion. Here I2 and I3 also in opposite direction. I2 and I3 are also in opposite direction. That's why there exists force of repulsion, that is F23. Same condition, both the forces are in opposite direction. So net force is like this. Of course, all the currents are in the same direction, or the current in the middle conductor is reversed. Current in the middle conductor is reversed. Then instead of attractive forces, we consider it is repulsive force. Here the two currents are in opposite direction, there exists force of repulsion. Here the two currents are in opposite direction, there exists force of repulsion. So like that. F13 and F3, same condition, like this. Next. Next, for example, same situation. So let us say it is I1 and it is I2. Currents are in the same direction. The distance between these two is D. For example, another conductor is placed like this of I3. Maybe current in the same direction or opposite direction. So at what distance from the first conductor, the condition is what we have to calculate is at what distance from the first conductor the force acting on third, let us say 1, 2, 3. The force acting on third conductor is 0. So that means net force must be 0. At what distance? Let us say the distance is A and the remaining distance is D minus A or X, whatever it is. X or whatever, D minus X, anything is right. So this is the we have to find out at what distance from the first conductor, so that is X. The force acting on the third conductor must be 0. That's we have to calculate. So that means the force between these two and the force between these two must be same. Then only here the currents are in the same direction, then first conductor attracts third conductor in this direction. first conductor attracts the third one. Here also I2 and I3 must be in the same direction. I2 and I3 must be in the same direction. That's why second conductor also attracts third one. Second conductor also attracts third one in this direction. Now, what is the situation now? So here, if F13 is equals to F23, then net force on third conductor is 0. Net force on third conductor is 0 if F13 is equals to F23. Because due to these two currents, I1 and I3 acting in the same direction, I1 and I3 must act in the same direction. That's why I1 attracts I3 with force F13. I2 and I3 in the same direction. That's why this one attracts in this direction with F23. So therefore, F13 what we can write? Mu naught I1 I3 L by 2 pi x. Next F23 what we can write? Mu naught I2 I3 L by 2 pi into d minus x. Here the distance between these two is x and the distance between these two is d minus x. So mu naught by 2 pi cancels on both sides, I3L also cancelled. Then here the condition is I1 by x is equals to I2 by d minus x. So d minus x by x is equals to I2 by I1. D by x minus 1 is equals to I2 by I1. So d by x is equals to I2 by I1 plus 1. So therefore from this x can be written as d by I2 by I1 plus 1, or the condition is this one. So both of this is right. From this condition also we can directly calculate x value. If you know the I1, I2 and d values, directly calculate the x value from this relation. Otherwise x equals to simply d by I2 by I1 plus 1. What is x here? The distance from the first conductor. What is x here? The distance from the first conductor. So that is this is called the null point. Null point exists between two straight current carrying conductors. Null point exists between two straight current carrying conductors. At what position? So this is x, d by I2 by I1 plus 1. So what is this value is? Distance from the first conductor. What is x? Distance from the first conductor. So that is the situation. Next. Next application here. So two current carrying conductors carrying same current, let us say it is I and it is also I. Two current carrying conductors, same current, infinite current carrying conductors carrying same current in the same direction, in the same direction. Initially these two are separated by distance or not. Initially the two conductors are separated by distance or not. Now the condition is here, find, here the main thing is current on these two conductors is I. Current acting in the same direction. Current acting in the same direction. Now, if the current acting in the same direction, what is the direction of the force? That means what is the force? Attractive or repulsive? Attractive force. Current passing through the two conductors are in the same direction. current passes through the conductors are in the same direction. So that's why the force is attractive force between these two conductors. Aithe, what is the main thing is find the work done required, find the work done required, work done required to move the second conductor through the distance r naught by 2, or to arrange the work done required to arrange the second conductor at a distance r naught by 2. So that is the situation. How can we calculate this? So that is the thing. How can we calculate this? So already these two are separated by distance r naught. Now our aim is to arrange the second conductor at a distance r naught by 2. So that means this is moving in this direction through the distance r naught by 2. What is the work done required for the task? What is the work done required for the task? That is the condition. See here, let us, how can we do this is, first let the two conductors separated, let the two conductors separated by the distance r, then the force is, the force acting on those is F, let us say. The force acting on those is F, that is F is equals to mu naught I square by or mu naught I1 I2 2 pi r into L. Here I1 is equals to I2. So therefore F is equals to mu naught I square L by 2 pi r. Mu naught I square L by 2 pi r. Initially actual distance is r naught, but I am considering, let us say the two conductors are separated by distance r. Let the two conductors are separated by distance r. So from this we can write F is equals to like this, mu naught I square by 2 pi r. If we move the wire through small distance, if you move the wire through small distance dr, the small work done required is dw is equals to F bar dot dr bar or minus F dr. Why it is minus? Why it is minus? That is important here. So actually I am moving this wire through a small distance dr. We are moving this wire through a small distance dr. So to move the wire through a small distance dr, the work done required, work done formula simply force into displacement or dot product of force and displacement. Here I am writing F bar dot dr bar. F bar dot dr bar. Then we can write minus F dr. F bar dot dr bar, that is minus. Minus, what is the, why it is minus? Because here the force is attractive. If you leave this wire, then the force is attractive. So due to this attractive force, this wire moves towards this. Due to attractive force, this wire moves towards this. To avoid that motion, we are applying the force in opposite direction. For example, this is the magnet, this is the magnet. Here an iron material is placed. If you remove this, what happens? If you leave this, what happens? It moves. It attracted by the magnet, definitely. This is the magnet, and a small iron material is placed at this position. If you hold this, then it does not move. But if you remove if you leave that, then what happens? Iron material attracted by the magnet, no doubt about that. But to move this small distance, to move this iron material through small distance, we are holding this object. We are holding this object. If you leave that, then that was attracted by the magnet. That means we are holding that object. That means we are applying force against that object. We are holding the iron material in the sense, what is the meaning of that is, we are applying the force opposite to the direction of attractive force. We are applying the force opposite to the direction of attractive force. So here also, here we are applying force opposite to the direction of attractive force. We apply the force opposite to the direction of attractive. That's why the force and displacement are in opposite direction. That's why dW is equals to minus FdR. dW is equals to minus FdR. So dW is equals to minus mu naught I square L by 2 pi R dr. 2 pi R dr. Then the total work done. Total work done to move from R0 to R0 by 2. So W is equals to integral of dW between the limits R0 to R0 by 2. Between the limits R0, lower limit is R0. Where we are starting from? R0. Where we are ending? R0 by 2. So from starting point to ending point. So from this, work done is equals to integral of dW f dr. So minus mu naught I square L by 2 pi R dr. I0 to I0 by 2. So therefore work done is equals to minus mu naught I square L by 2 pi integral of 1 by R dr. I0 to I0 by 2. So W is equals to minus mu naught I square L by 2 pi integral of 1 by R dr is log R. In between the limits, R0 to R0 by 2. R0, it's R0 by 2. R0 to R0 by 2. Then substitute the limits. So W is equals to minus mu naught I square L by 2 pi. First substitute upper limits. Log R0 by 2 minus log R0. First substitute upper limit minus lower limit. Multiply with minus here. Mu naught I square L by 2 pi log R0 minus log R0 by 2. So mu naught I square L by 2 pi log of R0 divided by R0 by 2. Log A minus log B, log of A by B, 2 gets cancelled. Then W is equals to mu naught I square L by 2 pi log 2 basically. This is the work done required for that. Work done is equals to mu naught I square L by 2 pi log 2 base E. So this is the situation. So the same situation, what is the work done required to arrange the distance, arrange at a distance R0 by 4? R0 by 4 means simply here it is log 4. So depending on the same concept, at any distance we can arrange like this. For any distance we can calculate based on the same situation. So why the main thing here, the main simple technique is what is the minus, why it is minus, that is important. Already it is the attractive force. So due to attractive force, let us say this wire moves in this direction. To oppose the wire, then we have to apply the equal and opposite force. So that's why the force and distance are in opposite direction. That's why I am writing minus FdR here. So that is the situation. Work done to arrange like this. Next. So next, let us say the possibility of null points here. Null points in the sense net magnetic field is 0. So first case, let us say, just I am considering one circular path and I am considering infinite wire, and this is the current carrying I1. Let us say at the center. So from the center the distance is, let us say, d here, and this radius is r. Here the direction of the current is like this. It is I2. These are the two current carrying conductors. These are the two current carrying conductors, I1 and I2. One is the straight current carrying conductor, another one is the circular current carrying conductor. So here the concept is, main thing is, null point is formed at the center of the circular coil. At the center of circular coil. Null point is formed at the center of the circular coil. So how it is possible? Null point in the sense net magnetic force is 0, or net magnetic field acting at that position is 0. Net magnetic field is 0. So see here how the net magnetic field is 0. See here, this is the straight current carrying conductor I1. The thumb indicates the direction of current, curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the magnetic field. So at this point, what is the direction of the magnetic field due to this straight current carrying conductor? Outwards. So here, due to straight current carrying conductor, let us say point O. At point O, the magnetic field developed is, so let us say B1 is equals to infinite current carrying conductor. If it is the infinite current carrying conductor, what is the magnetic field? B1 is equals to mu naught I1 by 2 pi d. If it is infinite current carrying conductor, then it is mu naught I1 by 2 pi d at the point O. What is the direction? See here. So this is the current carrying conductor I1. Curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the magnetic field. So this direction, that is outwards. Magnetic field is outwards. Next, at the same position, due to circular current carrying coil, circular current carrying conductor, let us say, at point O, the magnetic field is, what is the magnetic field at that point O? So B2 is equals to, due to circular current coil, general formula mu naught I2 by 2R, or n is the number of turns, then mu naught Ni by 2R or mu naught I2. What is the direction of the current? Clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction, curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the current. Curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the current, and the thumb indicates the direction of the magnetic field. What is the direction of the magnetic field? Inwards. Inwards. So due to this one, the direction of the magnetic field outwards. Due to circular current carrying coil, the direction of the magnetic field is inwards. Right? See here, this is the straight current carrying conductor, thumb indicates this. Curling of the fingers, this is outwards, and curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the current, thumb indicates the direction of the magnetic field, that is inwards. If these two are equal, here if B1 is equals to B2, then at point O, null point exists. Null point exists. Null point means net magnetic field is 0, that is B1. What is B1? Mu naught I1 by 2 pi d is equals to mu naught I2 by 2R. Mu naught cancel, 2 gets cancelled. Then I1 by I2 is equals to pi d by R. So this is the condition to form the null point at the point O. For the formation of the null point at the point O, what is the condition? I1 by I2, ratio of the currents is equals to pi d by R. What is D? Distance of the point O from straight current carrying conductor. R is the radius of the circular coil. So that is the situation. Condition for the formation of the null point. I1 by I2 is equals to pi d by R, or I2 by I1 is equals to R by pi d. So that is the situation. First condition, null point in this situation. Next, so come to the second point, second situation in this. Second situation here. So this is one current carrying conductor carrying current I1, and another one is I2. So this is I2, here it is I2. What is the meaning of this symbol is these two conductors does not intersect. These two conductors does not intersect, that is the meaning of that. So now in this situation, what is the possibility of null point? So that this is the 1, 2, 3, 4th quadrant. See here in the first quadrant, what is the direction of the magnetic field? Due to this I2, the direction of the magnetic, this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So in the first quadrant, due to this current I2, the direction of the magnetic field is outwards. Direction of the magnetic field is outwards. Due to current I1, the direction of the magnetic field is inwards. See here, this thumb indicates the direction of the current, curling of the fingers indicates the magnetic field. So in the first quadrant, there exists a possibility of null point because both the magnetic fields are in opposite direction. Next, due to the second quadrant, come to the point in the second quadrant. Above the conductor, the direction of the magnetic field is outwards. See here, this is the conductor and curling of the fingers outwards here. Due to I1, due to I1 at this position, the direction of the magnetic field is outwards. So both the magnetic fields are in the same direction. So that's why there is no possibility of the null point. Come to the third quadrant. See, this is the current I1. Curling of the fingers indicates the magnetic field. So outwards, third quadrant, due to I1, the direction of the magnetic field is outwards. Due to current I2, above the conductor it is outwards, and below the conductor it is inwards. Above the conductor, see here, above the conductor it is outwards, but below the conductor curling of the fingers is acting inwards. So in third quadrant also, both the magnetic fields are in opposite direction. There is a possibility of null point. Next, come to the fourth quadrant here. Due to I1, the direction of the magnetic field is inwards, and due to I2 also, the direction of the magnetic field is inwards. So there is no possibility. So here only the possibility of the null points in first and third quadrants. Here it divides into 4 quadrants. Then there exists a possibility of null points in first and third quadrants. See here, this is the first quadrant. Let us say this is the possibility. This is the distance x and this is the distance y. Point P. Let P be the null point in first quadrant. Let P be the null point in the first quadrant. Then from conductor I1, the point P is at a distance. X, and from conductor I2, the point P is at a distance y. So that means at point P, magnetic field due to conductor I1 is, so therefore B1 can be written as infinite current carrying conductor, mu naught I1 by 2 pi x, infinite current carrying conductor. So that's why, what is the direction of the magnetic field? Here the point, this is the thumb indicates the direction of the current, curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the magnetic field. Inwards, this is inwards. Next, at point P, magnetic field due to conductor I2 is, so B2 is equals to mu naught I2 by 2 pi y. So what is the direction of the magnetic field? Outwards. So this is outwards. Here both the magnetic fields are equal and opposite, then only the null point exists. If B1 equals to B2, then only null point exists. Therefore, null point exists at point P. Null point exists at point P if B1 is equals to B2. So what is B1? Mu naught I1 by 2 pi x, then mu naught I2 by 2 pi y. 2 pi, mu naught cancel. So I1 by x is equals to I2 by y. Therefore I1 by I2 is equals to x by y. So this is the condition for the null point at the point P. At the point P, if the null point exists, at the point P, if the null point exists, then what is the ratio of currents? I1 by I2 is nothing but ratio of their distances. Ratio of currents, or what is the ratio of distances? Ratio of distance is nothing but ratio of their currents. So that's all. So this is the possibility of null point in this situation. So only the first quadrant and third quadrant null point exist. Second quadrant and fourth quadrant null point does not exist, because here and here both the magnetic fields must be in the same direction. Next. Next, one more situation in this third situation. Let us say it is one circular current carrying conductor. Next, in this is another circular current carrying conductor. Let us say its radius is R1, its radius is R2. Let us say the current is I2 here and the current is I1. Both the currents are in opposite direction. Let us say it is the center O. These are the two circular current carrying conductors, inner circle and it is outer circle. Inner circle of radius is R1 and outer circle of radius is R2. Inner circle of radius is R1, outer circle of radius is R2. For example, this is the direction of the current. Curling of the fingers indicates the direction of the current, and the thumb indicates the direction of the magnetic field outwards. But due to outer current, like this is the direction of the current and the thumb indicates the direction of magnetic field. So due to this, both the magnetic fields are in opposite direction. So there is a possibility of null point at the point O. If both the currents are in the same direction, for example, if I2 also exists in this direction, the direction of the magnetic field in the same direction. If both the currents are in the same direction, in both the cases, in the first case and second case, if the currents are in the same direction, net magnetic field is nothing but addition of those two. But if the currents are in opposite direction, both the magnetic fields are in opposite direction. See here. So this is the due to inner current carrying conductor, the direction of the magnetic field is outwards. Due to outer current carrying conductor, the direction of the magnetic field is inwards. Both are in opposite direction. Both are in opposite direction. So there is a possibility of null point at the point O. See here. First, what is the magnetic field due to? Magnetic field due to circular current carrying conductor. Circular current carrying conductor I1 at point O. At point O is, let us say B1 is equals to mu naught I1 divided by 2R1, circular current carrying coil, mu naught I1 by 2R1. What is the direction? Outwards. The direction of the magnetic field is outwards. For example, if it is having N1 number of turns, into N1 we can write. Next, at the same situation, magnetic field due to circular current carrying conductor, circular current carrying conductor I2 at point O is, so that is B2 is equals to, what is the direction? This is inwards. B2 is equals to mu naught I2 by 2R2. This is inwards. See here, this is the current carrying conductor, the direction of the current is inwards, B2. If B1 is equals to B2, if both the magnetic fields are same, if B1 not equal to B2, then null point does not form. Null point does not exist. So therefore, net magnetic field can be written as, we can write B1 minus B2. So that is mu naught I1 by 2R1 minus mu naught I2 by 2R2 simply. Net magnetic field we can write. If n number of turns are also mentioned, mu naught N1 I1 or mu naught N2 I2 like that. If B1 is equals to B2, then null point exists at point O. Null point exists at point O. So therefore, B1 is equals to B2. That means mu naught I1 by 2R1 is equals to mu naught I2 by 2R2. Mu naught by 2 cancels on both sides. Then I1 by R1 is equals to I2 by R2. This is the condition for the null point here. What is the condition for the existence of null point at the point O? So that is I1 by R1 is equals to I2 by R2. I1 by R1 is equals to I2 by R2. This is the one more condition of the null point here.